Hello, this is Dante Pendragon, and I wanted to do a Let's Play for Starbound. So we are on the Frustrated Koala beta version, which recently had an update that also erased your character. So I will be starting a new character, which I've already generated, named Love Dancer, because that was what I randomly chose. So let's see what's up. Alright, so we're on our ship. This is my first time playing the Heoltal race. Last character I had was a glitch. I actually never found any Heoltal characters in the wild, so I'm hoping this time possibly to see a little bit more of the different races. So the next quest is to build a crafting table, so let's head down and get to work. This is the first time I've seen a planet with this level of floral environment. I'm missing my dash tech very much right now. Hopefully I will get that back soon. Oh, it's almost unbearable to try to exist without that. Well, this is a new environment I have not seen yet. That didn't last long. Yeah. Okay, so apparently I turn into a tadpole and just grow another one when you die. So if you haven't seen Starbound before, it's very similar gameplay-wise to Terraria. I personally like this a lot more. With Terraria, I felt that it was just about completing the storyline and basically min-maxing as fast as you can, as opposed to something like Minecraft, where, you know, I mean, me personally, I spent most of my time just building. I mean, usually in like peaceful mode, but always in survival. But this gives you a little bit more of that creativity option. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you the building that I had created. I'm gonna die now. Since I have to hide down here anyway, let's see what I can gather resource-wise. But yeah, this Starbound definitely is more creative friendly, I feel. And I enjoyed building and decorating much more in this than I did in Terraria. I haven't really, I played Minecraft for a while and I played Terraria a little bit, but I haven't really played too many of these sandbox building pixel/voxel world games, just because I like Minecraft and I thought that was fine, and I didn't really feel the need to play any other ones. And I played Terraria a little bit, but then when they announced this was clearly going to be superior, so I just stopped playing that, and I didn't really feel too much of a need to play any others. Did play a game called Starbound, which was a voxel-based space simulator. That one was interesting because it was really just about building different styles of spaceship, which was fun, and a little different, but it had no story. There were some NPC enemies that basically all they would do is just show up and either destroy everything you were working on or make it a much harder time for you to actually get around to building the stuff you were trying to build. So I enjoyed that, but nobody else would want to play because there wasn't anything to it other than the building. But right now I'm harvesting some iron. Now let's see, this was a trick that I found in the last version. Let's see if it's still there. Now, if you're familiar with these kind of games, then dealing with water and getting rid of the water is always an issue early on. One thing I found here is that in Starbound you can always affect the background. So once while you're above a certain level on the planet, what you could do is remove a block from the background, and the water would actually flow out that way. So first, it does allow me to empty that out and not have to deal with that. But it also, in addition to that, is while it is daylight, it provides a source of light. So that's a good way to avoid wasting torches until you can until you get better equipment, until you're better suited to go off and even when you are, it's free and there's no reason to waste your torches or other lighting sources. So it's until they fix that or adjust it, I suggest using it. This is the beta for this, so it is available on Steam to purchase. That anyone can play. It's $15 and basically an open beta. I had intended to come on today and try and tackle some higher level stuff, but that's not going to be the case, as you can see. And you can see my character growing from an egg to a larva, and all the way up. When you die, you do lose money, which is in the top right corner, which are called pixels in this game. Oh, that's good. Some trees spawned. That's you use them, the pixels, to buy things. A lot of the higher level items require them even when you're crafting them. So you get them by killing enemies and in chests and things like that. For a while you're going to want them, and it really depends on how you're going. Right now there's no way that I know of to bank them. So you kind of have to pay attention to what you have and what you're willing to lose, which is interesting, because it really determines, you know, what risks you're willing to take. If you know you don't really care about the pixels at that moment, you know, if you die, it's not a huge penalty, especially, you know, if you're, you know, down deep in a mine, you've basically cut yourself off, or it would take you, you know, more time to climb back up than you know, really want to spend. So I would like to get up here. It looks interesting, but it is pretty well cut off. So what I'm going to do is just use the dirt to get up there. Well, that guy's definitely going to attack me. So what I can do is just so now he can't get to me. No, I can't break that apart. Oh, now he can get to me, so okay, they fixed that. You used to be able to just build up a wall, and oh, this is kind of cool. It's kind of a floating city here. Yeah, you used to be able to just build a wall and just hit people through it, which, you know, was a cheap way to do it, but it worked. Alright, so I've gotten inside. What I like to do whenever I find a new civilization is take all of their stuff. Okay, so those blue diamonds were actually just money. That's interesting. That's definitely going to be a reason to steal more of them from these people. So I did take some fall damage there. Alright, and all of these little things are chests, and I can break them apart and just take all the money that they've left in them. So I'm also going to, do I attack these? Okay, yeah, you just attack those the same way. That's just a different kind of chest. I've also seen, you know, pots function as them. The ones that were on these shelves here are kind of like the generic. You know, you see those everywhere. Whereas the blue crystals are more of a racial, it seems, kind of chest. So that's kind of like the glitch chest. This beam, what it does is it's basically a very basic harvester. It's a multi-purpose tool. So as opposed to other games like Minecraft or Terraria, it can do everything. So it can be, you know, an axe, it can be a pickaxe, it can be a hammer. Oop, that's not good for me. But it's bad. It's a terrible one of any of those. So really you want to upgrade as soon as possible to something better. I have the stone needed to build a or the wood needed to build a workbench. I don't have the stone that I would need to build any of the tools. Now let's see. These guys can't really get to me, but I can kind of remove some of this glass on top of the lava and hopefully get them to jump in after me. I don't know what this thing is here. See, you take some burn damage. I can't really do anything else about it. I only have 2 life. I really don't want to engage them, but one, there's a lot of money over here. 2, that thing looks shiny over there. I've killed Dust Plucker, so there's money in the lava there. I'm not going to get it because it's going to burn me alive. The pressurized beam, so it's not actually lava, I don't think. Let's see if I can actually... No, I can't harvest it. But, yeah, these guys all died. They all fell in the lava. What you can do is you can hit the N key, which brings up this tool, and that lets you click on anything to tell you what it is. So that's a pawn that supplies basic materials. I don't know exactly what that is. But if you walk up to it and hit E, which is the use key, it spawns a bunch of things and blows you up. So, that's a lesson learned. While I'm here, I'm going to drop off stuff I stole. Stim packs are kind of bonuses that help you out with recovery, or they give you special abilities. I forget which one is which. Off the top of my head, but they are useful. I tend not to use them. I'm just not a potion-y user kind of player for really any game. You get 2 different types of inventories. Like, this is your first inventory screen here. That's all the stuff you pick up, but then there's a secondary one here, which is like materials. So if you have the quick bar up at the top. Once that's full up, like if you were to pick up like these items that I picked up here, they show up in your main inventory. But if you were to dig, for dirt or other materials, they show up in here. So it doesn't use up your main inventory space, which is nice. But you can move things back and forth, so you can it doesn't have to be in one or the other, and it doesn't overflow. So if you fill this up, it will go into your second pouch. But that's when you want to start looking into going back up to your ship. I got this planet monitor decorative thing, and I'm just gonna put that on my ship just because it looks cool. And then I'm gonna go back down. So you've got the quick bar up at the top. So you can put your different stuff there. I've got a bunch of crap in there, just because it automatically fills that in. So I'm actually going to put that into my inventory. Actually, I want to leave this one out because I'm going to use that to build up to things. What I will put away, I'm actually going to use cheap lights. Those are. I'm going to get some cobblestone now. because that will let me get a better pickaxe, which is useful for mining. I'd like also to get some armor soon, but we'll see. So if you hit C, that brings up the crafting table. So the first thing, I need to build the wooden crafting table, so I need planks. So need 35, so I'm going to make 30 of those, and that each one gives me 3 wooden planks, each wood, so that's going to get me 90. So those will have plenty of to make more stuff with later. So I crafted those, and then I'll make the crafting table, so that when I exit out of here, that will allow me to have that quest completed. I'm also going to build a campfire. You can use that to cook meat, which you use to replenish your hunger. If you don't eat and become hungry, then you die. So you need to keep an eye on that. You also need to keep an eye on your warmth. I have to stop now because that guy's going to attack me if he comes near me, and I don't want him to do that. Alright, so as you can see, I've now gotten a quest where I have to get some alien meat and cook it, which I was just talking about. The way that they have you do that is they have you craft a hunting bow. Now the vines that I gathered earlier, I can use to do that. The bow is actually a pretty decent weapon, and as soon as I can, I'm going to upgrade that, because the iron bow is something that I used for quite a while with my last character. So that's useful because, one, you can shoot from a distance. You need a hunting weapon in order to gather meat. Otherwise, when you kill something, you get pixels. Also, with these flowers, you don't have to harvest them. You can just hit E, which is like gather, and that gets you. And these give you petals, which you can use to create dyes. So I need to kill some animals. There's 2 of these guys, and I don't really want to get 2 of them. But that's gotten the attention of one of them. Alright. And he did not drop meat, but he did drop leather, and you can use leather to make all kinds of other things. See, as I'm rather defenseless currently, why I don't want to engage these lightning blasting guys. So I did drop 1 meat. So I'm on my way there. When the beta first launched, this bow was really the only way to get meat. So after that, they added a bunch of like hunting daggers and swords, so you weren't limited to just the one type of material. I'm going to go up to your ship. I can do that by hitting that button there. So I'm back at my ship now, and I can set down things like the campfire and the crafting table in here, and use them while I'm here, until I build something down on the planet's surface, which I don't know if I want to do right away, because I want to explore some more. So this is just a list of things that I currently can build. They're grayed out if I don't have the resources yet. Beds are handy because a bed allows you to sleep, which allows you to heal. So that's important to have. Let's see. I'm going to need first the stone furnace. So I'm going to need some more cobblestone for that. That will allow me to smelt down the iron that I gathered, and I can use the iron to make better equipment. So those are some things I'm going to have to do. But for now, I have my bow, so I have a ranged attack, so I want to go back and explore that glitch temple thing some more. Pretty much all flying creatures will attack you, and this guy is trying to, and my aim is terrible. Part of the reason for that is I am playing on a laptop with the touchpad and not an actual mouse. That was lucky. So, I get some more meat for that. Not everything will attack me like these guys. They're peaceful, so I don't have to worry about him. That's lucky. No, or not. So I can get up that way. That was fortuitous for me. So this barrier did come in handy after all, but not in the way that I had hoped it would. Either way, I'm gonna kill this glitch. And go into his temple and take his stuff. Seem to have decent knockback with his bow, so that's gonna allow me to maintain my distance and just keep knocking this guy down the stairs. So I got a dull axe, which actually is a scythe, so I don't know if that works as an axe. It seems like it is an axe, so that's good. But it's okay. They've updated the weapons. Weapons used to have 3 stats of armor piercing, swing speed, and damage per swing, but now they have a DPS, which is I kind of like the other way better, but you know, it's up to you. But this dull, crappy axe is in my fancy sword that I started with, so I'm just gonna ditch that, and I don't get quite the range, but it's faster and does more damage, so I'm gonna use this as my weapon. I can also use my flashlight, so now when you're you're jumping down, you can actually hold down and go a bit further. Those are not actually the chests type things that I had before. They were actually just glass things that you can collect. They're just kind of decorations, I think. So I don't know what this is, but it's a pretty solid material. Oh, okay. It's a matter block. That's interesting. So it did give me a blueprint. Blueprints were items previously. I don't see it in my inventory anywhere, so I don't know if it automatically taught it to me. You used to have to like read the blueprint after you got it, and then that would allow you to create whatever the blueprint was for. So this guy's definitely going to try and attack me. Alright, I shot him. He's burning. Shot him again. So... okay, I wasn't able to collect that, which sucks. But I've got all these matter blocks here, which I don't know what they actually are used for. It might just be a material. It is a colorful support block. That gives me no information. Usually they don't give you any real information. And I'm gonna turn the sound on for the game because I just realized I had it off the whole time. And the music is actually really kind of good for this game, so it's enjoyable to have that on, and it allows me to be silent and you not to be bored. Not that you're going to watch this, but just in case somebody does. Thing is, okay, that's just another one of those lights. Let's see if any of these, how hard these are to pull off. Yeah, hard enough that I'm not going to deal with them right now. Let's see. These keep warning me of danger. Which doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like for example here, there's a door. And there's nothing behind it. There's nothing in here. And it goes nowhere. It does nothing. So, most of the time they're just decorations. Okay. That's kind of a far jump down. I'll be able to survive it, and I think I have enough stone or dirt to be able to, get back up there. So I should be fine. So these don't, I mean, I can go up and I hit E and nothing happens. They don't do anything, but they are decorative. They're blood banks, as they are stated. I'm gonna knock down these, because I'm gonna that was stupid of me. Now he can get up again. But I am going to shoot at them. I killed Songkran was his name, which is much better name than MC Thing, which was the name of my previous character, my glitch character. Alright, so I've got some new stim packs, some more money, but I'm curious as to... Alright, that's just a monster. Oh, these are cupboards, so I can look in here and see what they have. I'm gonna put these scientist glasses on, and this actually is a lot better armor. And it doesn't really look that cool on me, so I'm gonna leave that in my inventory, but I am gonna take it. And these pixels, if they're in something like this, you just click on it and it just gets added to your... You don't have to store it as an item spot, which is nice. But these don't allow you to hold items. I see a chair over there, and a table. Let's see. See if there's anything in here. More pixels. Stim pack. I wonder what the red liquid one does. I don't remember. Okay. So that lets me gain back health. And you can see I'm kind of giving off a red particle trail. It just gives you a hint that I'm healing. So up on the left there, you see a big rotating thing. It looks like one of the chests that hold the pixels. That kind of gives you a bonus. So it could be health, it could be, make you glow so you don't need light, it could be, jump higher. Those are some of the things that I've found, but it also can just blow up and kill you. So you don't know beforehand what it's going to do. And honestly, the things I've found, unless you really need, like, health, I haven't found them to be that useful. Now, there's this, electricity down here that you can see. However, it's not actually, like, generated by anything. It's just squares. So I can come down here and collect these Tesla spikes, they're called, and then I can keep them, and then they'll be mine, and I can use them. If I wanted to create my own secret base, I can take this sign, get back up there. Now, this is already generated. Once I clear it out, they're not going to respawn here, I don't believe. They haven't in the past. So if I wanted to, I actually could just kind of take this place over as my base. Instead of having to build something, and I might do that. But one of the things you can do in this game is you can travel, to other planets, and I'm not sure you know, what else this planet has to offer, but that's pretty high on my to-do list, is to get off this planet. Okay, I've got one enemy there. Oh, there's a chest there. Fortunately, I hit him that time, but I actually can't see him, so I'm kind of shooting blind. But he doesn't want to seem to come over here to actually engage me, so I think I'm fine that way. See what's in the chest. Let's see, it's a crappy hammer, which also does pretty decent damage, so I think that's going to be my new go-to weapon. This rotten apple, I'm not going to eat that, I don't need to. So apple pie, so that's useful. And a harmonica. You actually can, there are a variety of instruments available in the game that you can equip and play. Until you want to equip it. I assume that because it gives you that option of song, that there are additional songs you can find or learn. I haven't seen any. That hurt. But, you know, I can only assume that there are some. So that's neat. You know, again, it doesn't progress the game at all. I don't believe it, you know, helps you heal or anything. It's just a neat thing that you can do, which I like that in games when, you know, it's not necessarily a, you know, a weapon or combat oriented. It doesn't help you progress at all, but it's just something fun that you can enjoy doing in the game. That's just the kind of thing I like to see in a game. It doesn't all have to be about the general progression, especially something in this where, you know, you're going to be exploring, you're going to be just building stuff with your friends. And there's another one of those things, some more stim packs. If you see like a bunch of stuff, you don't want to manually go in and grab everything. If you use your tool to harvest it, it just puts everything where it's supposed to go. And that just saves some time. So there's nothing in that cupboard, but I want another cupboard. Just for my own. Because you can store your own stuff in there. I can put them on my ship. I can... you know, put them wherever I decide to build a home. You know, I can use them as I like, so... you know, I haven't found any that really give you that much storage space, so it's good to have multiple storage units. One thing you can do if you want to look down is if you hit the control button and then just scroll. So I see that there's no reason for me to explore down there any further, because I don't want to possibly fall into what looks like lava. It's not lava, but, you know, I don't know exactly what it is. Same thing that way. So I just looked down there, realized that's not worth my time to go investigate. I will take these signs, though. Because if I do end up building my own place, which I probably am going to do, I can just take these people's signs. Alright, there's somebody up there. I'm just gonna wait here. I'm gonna take him out this way. So what I will probably do is not reuse this as like my own base, but when I get a better pickaxe, I'm gonna come back here and take some of the materials. So I can take like these, you know, the stuff that they have that build in the walls. I can take the stuff they have as the background, and then I can put it in my own home. What I did with my last characters, I had a large-ish home, but then I took, you know, when I would find a civilization, actually it's a pretty good chest, so I've got 235 pixels, which is a good amount. I've got some seeds, but I also got this unloved sticker, which is a uncommon crappy spear, but it's got the little icon there, so it does fire damage. So, hammer, you get replaced. I am going to take this chest, but yeah, yeah, so like this is a glitch kind of stronghold. So all this stuff here is kind of, you know, cybernetic themed. You know, what I would call futuristic, even though it's not the future, because the game takes place in the future, so it's not futuristic to them. But you know, what I did in my last with my last character was I built rooms for each of the races that I had found. Some of their, not necessarily like strongholds like this, but sometimes you find they've got basically cities or like small villages where there's NPCs and they have merchants and, you know, their own style of buildings, and basically I would just go in there and take the same thing, take their walls and their what have you. Didn't seem to mind that. What they do mind is you showing up with a weapon, because they want to keep the peace in their villages, which, you know, is not too much to ask, I don't think, and it's kind of, you know, just a basic AI thing, but so I'm going back up. So I've kind of explored all of the bottom parts of this temple. I should say pyramid is kind of what this is. Okay, so there's that icon there on the bottom. So right now it shows it is full, and that's my temperature gauge. So you can see there's a green arrow going down because it is nighttime. So it is colder out, which is making me colder, and if you get too cold, you die. So it's important to pay attention to that while you're playing. So it does a little extra oomph fire damage. So like when they fell into like the lava pits earlier, they will take burning damage. It's kind of, you know, cool they have those extra spheres. There's a chest here with another crappy hammer. I'll take that. Basically, I want to get close up to these guys. to see how they interact. I got close to them. They didn't try and kill me, so I know they're not hostile. So on this particular, that's, I didn't think I was going to take damage from that. They might have adjusted that. So on this particular planet, those aliens, unless I attack them, they're not going to attack me. So I'm going to try using this scythe, because it does say it's a hammer or an axe, but it's not an actual axe. I can't cut stuff down with it, so I'd have to use the tool. So I am getting hungry. The trees do fall in the opposite direction of where you're standing, so you want to make a note of where you're standing before you cut down a tree. You may end up, knocking into a ravine or whatever, and which really doesn't matter. But if you don't want to go, climbing after the stuff, then. So I don't know what those guys are, but they look angry, and that flying guy's coming after me. So what I am gonna do is die. Alright. Well, I was gonna go up to the ship anyway, but alright, so I died. I do kind of like the Asian style of the this race. Kind of a koi dragon-looking ship, which is fun. But let's see. I'm going to sleep, and that heals me back up. I'm going to put these meats on the fire. I need 10 for the quest. I've only gotten 3. And I had oh no, I guess I did have enough. I needed 1. So, I have accomplished that. I need more cobblestone to build the furnace. I'm gonna put down a chest here. I'm gonna put 2 chests down. I got grab 2 of them, and I'm gonna unload the stuff that I gathered. The stim pack I'm going to save and put in my ship's storage, just because I like to keep those together, and they're kind of a better place to put stuff than I'm gonna grab on the fly. One of the other things you can do is each ship comes equipped with a 3D printer, which is something else you use pixels for. So what you can do is, while you're out and about, anytime you find a bunch of these like I've got 2 more of these planet monitors, so I can take one of them, go over here to my 3D printer, open my inventory, take the monitor, put it in there, scan it, and now for 200 pixels I can build one of these anytime I want. That I don't need them. They're not actual usable useful things, but, you know. So that is uncommon. I don't know exactly what it does. I'll have to look that up later. I'm not going to do it now, because I also think doing that interrupts my stream, and it actually caused me to lose my last stream, so all of that was lost. So I'm not going to try it. Alright, that's enough for now. I'm going to go back down. And I'm going to go cobblestone hunting. This kind of gives me a 2x2 square of cobblestone that it digs out, or of, you know, whatever you're pointing it at. So I've got some of that. I think I've got... maybe this guy won't attack me since I'm down lower. That would be nice. How much have I got now? I've got 13 cobblestone. I think I need like 35 or something. Doesn't take that long to go ahead and check. Just go over here to the table. So this takes a very long time, but once I have all this, and that's not good. Yep, I'm dead. So I had 12, 14. Previously for my pixel count. We'll see. So now I'm down to 848. So that's basically lost about a third. So that's a decent chunk that you lose. And that's a standard percentage value. So if you have a lot more than that, you're going to lose a lot more. Back down I go. To get more of this stupid cobblestone. And then I can make an iron pickaxe. This will go a lot faster. Also, when you build a tool, it does a 3x3 square, I think. So you get a lot more for your effort. I like these scientist classes. They look, fun on my guy. They don't do anything for me. They don't think give me any kind of bonus at all. And that is one thing I don't like about these kinds of games. Really, any game is when there is a social aspect to it. Um, so other people see what you look like. You're designing your own, avatar. It would be nice if you could just take, a piece of equipment that you could find and make it look like, anything else. I had, with my last character, I had some items that I would prefer to wear, just, as part of the development of the character, things I had found, but they didn't give me the best bonus. And armor is, kind of important, so that you don't die, so it was, I would have preferred to have kept it, but alright, well, one of my friends just logged on, and he will probably be very upset that his character is gone. If it is. He just finally got logged on, so he might not have lost his character. Okay, you need a... Okay, so I can build the stone pickaxe. Which actually, I think you have to build... Yeah, so you have to... I'm just going to build that. And then you can build an iron one once you do that, and then... Alright, so... I need a campfire. Because with the campfire, I can then build a stone furnace. I completed that quest. Furnace there, because it fits. I'm going to smelt my iron. It takes 2 ore for each bar, which is a little annoying, but whatever. So I'll take all that. That's going to complete that quest. The next quest is to build this distress beacon, so I need a bunch of stuff to do that. I probably won't look for today, because when you do that, you summon down this big UFO, and it's not the easiest thing to defeat, especially by yourself and with no equipment. I would not be able to defeat it right now. It just wouldn't. So I'm not going to try, and I'm really not going to continue with that right now. I might not ever, because this is the beta, and like has happened, you will lose characters, so I don't really feel the need to spend my time doing that. I'd rather explore, because I kind of think I believe that's kind of the end of the game so far, is that what was I doing? Okay, so is there anything I can build with the iron? I can build all this stuff, but I don't really want all that stuff. What I want to build is the iron anvil. I think that requires 8, yeah. So a couple more and I can build that. And then with the iron anvil you can build better equipment using metal. I am going to make some bandages. Those use the plant fibers. You can heal yourself with those, so I'm also going to, I think I have enough. No, I don't have enough stone anymore. Alright, so I've got enough stone for, well, I have enough for the pickaxe. So I made that. actually an axe, so that goes away. So now what I'm going to do is go back down. And now that I have the pickaxe, I can harvest a lot faster. So I can get all that stuff, but I can also go to the background and take that. So basically you get twice the amount is available in any particular area, and that does also create a light source. It doesn't really matter here, but you can see there is a halo for where the light does come in from that area, because as you see behind me, I'm still kind of above ground. You can see I'm still kind of above the clouds there. So this is just the side of a hill represented in 2 dimensions. So I can't go out there, but it does exist in what would be a 3-dimensional world, and that does allow me to dig out the side, which is also why the water does flow out that way. That's 62, so that's enough. If you have open access, like there is here, to and you're above the surface area, you can teleport. So I can teleport even though I'm was technically underground, because I was still technically above ground level. So I'm going to make a stone axe. Because chopping down some trees for some wood is very important. It doesn't really seem to want to engage. Okay, well, now he does. That hurt. That didn't do either of us any favors. Actually going to dig down. Dirt is actually really easy to dig through, so it's not going to take me any time at all. But I want to get these coal ore, because I can build torches with them, and I can also use them to fuel my ship, which allows me to travel to other planets. But I'm just going to use them for the torches, probably, because wood also fuels your ship, and that's a lot easier to find. I did get some gold there, which is nice. I don't really have any use for it right now, but it's, right on the surface, so why not take it? So that got me some coal. I'm not going to explore in any of those caves right now. back up here. I'm definitely going to put the gold away. And just go back down. Now I lost my pixels, but I'm not really worried about pixels right now. So... And I was talking to somebody, and yep, there I go. Well. I died again. So. Typing to a friend, but yes, I will be returning. Enjoy the crackling fire. So let's see how well I can do with these guys. That's pretty easy. There's a bunch of coal. So what I like doing is just exploring the surface of a world completely. Because then you get to see kind of, you know, what this planet has to offer. This is still rather hard to harvest this stuff, so I probably won't do it until I get a iron or possibly even better tool. Now I have an actual axe, and that goes down much faster. Like I said, wood is always good to have around. You know, you always do something with it, but I I am going to use it to fuel my ship. If you still can. I don't know if they changed it in this last update, if you can't use wood to fuel anymore. But we will see. That's good. That was a bad call on my part. Well, they definitely adjusted the rate at which you take fall damage. So I'm dead now. Let's see if I can still fuel with wood. Nope. That sucks. Let's see if... planks do anything? Nope. Alright, so you have to use coal now. So that's much more important. And kind of annoying. Because that's kind of a finite resource. Whereas trees will grow back, which is understandable. You know, fuel is a finite resource, but it also kind of stops you from exploring the galaxy, which is kind of, you know, the feature of this game. So you don't want to spend the entire game on one planet. You want to get around. I think that makes it I don't enjoy that as much because you really have to choose that way where you're gonna go, and instead of just being like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go here, nope, I don't like this planet, I'm gonna go somewhere else, you kind of have to once you choose a place, you kind of have to stick with it. yeah, maybe not forever, but you're gonna have to do some hunting, at least enough to get coal to fuel up again. I don't know if they reduced the fuel costs, or if there's something else you can use. But now, yeah, hunting for cores is a much bigger activity. On the other hand, being able to use wood really just was, there's nothing that could stop you from traveling. Wood was so plentiful. You just go to any forest planet and you're good to go. So yeah, it's annoying, but it's not that big of a deal, and it's more realistic. I don't really need as much wood now, so I don't really need to focus on that. After me. Yep, he does. Damn. Nope, he's giving up the chase. Good. Hopefully he gives it up long enough for me to harvest this silver. So I've got one friend updating his game, so we'll see if he also loses his character, if that was just something that happened to me. Either way, this is the beta. It is an actual beta, not just like a stress test, so if you lose your character, you lose your character. That's part of the deal. This is a very pretty planet with all the flowers and everything. All these gemstone flowers that you just make dye with, but whatever. Not much going on the surface here. Every planet is different as to what they have on them. They have different types of planets, so there's forest planets, there's desert planets, I actually really like the desert ones for resource gathering, because you can kind of use... Oh, I'm dead. Oh, and I crashed the game. So I'm going to stop streaming and reset. Well, if anybody watched this, or does watch this, thanks. Please check out my YouTube channel, which you may see this on. Also, Dante Pendragon on YouTube. I'm also on Twitter. You can also check out our role-playing game sessions. We do actual play podcast, which is the Guildhall podcast. That's available on iTunes. And we also have a Facebook page for that. So check our stuff out. Leave comments. We enjoy hearing, or I enjoy hearing from people. For role-playing games, we enjoy hearing from people. So, yeah. If you watch this, thanks. If not, thanks anyway.